go.
Slapped 7 flies to death with a single blow. This made him believe he could take on 7 opponents at once, so he made himself a sign and set off on an adventure. After walking for 3 days and nights without meeting a single person, he decided to rest by a well for the night and continue his journey in the morning. That night, a demon came to fetch water. Seeing the sign that read 1 against 7, he grew terrified, thinking this was an invincible warrior. Not wanting to take any chances, he decided not to wake him. However, Calvin woke up anyway. Thinking quickly, the demon suggested that if he agreed to fetch water for them every night, the Demon King would surely reward him. Seeing an opportunity, he followed the demon to a place so hidden that even ghosts wouldn't know about it. The Demon King asked what kind of reward he wanted. Calvin replied that he needed a barrel of gold big enough to sit on while returning home. The king agreed and handed him a leather bag, instructing him to fetch water. But Calvin barely had enough to eat each day. How could he possibly carry such a heavy bag? Struggling along the road, he hatched a clever plan. Instead of hauling water night after night, he began digging around the well, intending to take the entire thing with him. The demons underground grew uneasy when he didn't return for a long time, so they sent one of their own to check. When asked why he was digging, Calvin replied that fetching water daily was too much trouble, so he planned to take the whole well with him. Alarmed, the demon stopped him immediately, explaining that his wife had poor eyesight. If she fell into the well by accident, it would be a disaster. Instead, he told Calvin to go to the forest and chop wood. By the time he arrived, another demon was already there, waiting. The creature assured him that this task would be effortless. Demonstrating his strength, the demon bent a tree down with ease. Calvin seized the chance to climb onto it, but as soon as the tree sprang back into place, it flung him high into the air, and he landed straight inside a rabbit hole. Seeing a rabbit scurry away, he immediately chased after it. Later, he told the demon that he had run across the entire forest trying to catch the creature, but it still managed to escape. Now, convinced that Calvin was even trickier than himself, the demon returned underground and advised the others to get rid of him, but he refused to leave. He hadn't yet challenged the strongest demon in this cursed place. The great demon accepted and proposed a contest to see whose whip was stronger. Whoever cried out in pain first would lose. Calvin agreed but insisted on bringing his spiked mace. The two climbed to the highest mountain. The demon offered him the first strike, but Calvin declined, saying that since he could take on 7 opponents at once, his opponent should go first. The demon swung his whip with all his might, lashing it onto Calvin's body. He didn't cry out. Instead, he remarked that he had nearly caught the whip. When it was his turn, he told the demon to close his eyes so he wouldn't accidentally blind him. Then, raising his spiked mace, he struck the demon's head with full force. A massive bump instantly formed, buzzing with pain. In the end, Calvin completely overpowered the 7 demons. No one was more cunning than him. The